to Navigation Trading Live. You are now part of a growing group of do-it-yourself traders who are trying to change the way investors think about building wealth. But because we don't believe in using financial advisors, stock tips, or traditional financial media, we have to do things different. We have to do things smarter. We do that through an art and a science we call trade hacking. At Navigation Trading, our methodology is based on statistics and probabilities, not hype or emotion. Our core strategies have been used by market makers, hedge funds, and floor traders for many years. Now, we share these secrets with you. Whether your goal is to make an extra $1,000 per month or replace your current income, with our guidance, you can achieve financial success beyond your wildest dreams. So, let's get started. What's up, Navigation Nation? It is Monday morning, December 11th, a few minutes before the market opens. Hope everybody had a great weekend. If you haven't already, make sure you connect with us on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. This is where we make a lot of our announcements of upcoming events and got some special stuff to share with you today. So before we jump in, just a reminder, this session is all about you. So if you have any suggestions on topics you want us to cover, please post them in the comments on Facebook or YouTube, or shoot us an email at info@navigationtrading.com. I promise we are always listening, and a lot of what you all ask us for is what we create. So keep up the good work, and if you have any suggestions on topics you want me to dive deeper on in this Navigation Trading Live session, just shoot me a comment. One quick announcement. Sent out an email last week, I believe. We've now got our preferred brokers in place. So if you want to learn how you might be eligible for reduced commission rates, both for a new account or if you have a current account with one of our preferred brokers, just go to navigationtrading.com/brokers. And what you'll come to this page here. So we've got TD Ameritrade, which obviously is on the Thinkorswim platform that we've been using for years, and then also Tastyworks. So make sure when you come here, navigationtrading.com/brokers, make sure you watch the video because it'll give you step-by-step details of how to get those reduced commission rates at either one of the brokers, whether you have a new account or an existing account. And then check out our broker comparison commission tool. So you can compare two different brokers side by side based on the commissions and the costs that they charge for different things, and you can compare them to see exactly what that would mean for you as a trader, specific to how many trades you make a year and that kind of stuff. It's a very powerful tool, so make sure you check that out. And then lastly, before we jump onto the platform, we have a free web class. So for one of our preferred brokers, Tastyworks, we are going to be doing a free web class December 20th. So mark your calendar. It's at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. Go to navigationtrading.com/TW-registration. And this is where you can get signed up. And I'll be sending an email out with that link. So if you don't get that right here, just make sure you mark your calendar for December 20th, 3:30. We've had a lot of questions on Tastyworks, and we've been able to get as a special guest to come on and present an overview of Tastyworks, and we'll have a little interview with him. Special guest Tom Sosnoff. So if you're not familiar with who Tom is, he's kind of an icon in the trading industry. And here's the registration page. But Tom is actually the original founder of Thinkorswim, and before he sold that to TD Ameritrade for $750 million. They built the Thinkorswim platform, and then now he's the current host of Tastytrade. So really excited about this. Looking forward to that. Make sure you register. It's going to be great stuff. We're going to be giving away some free tools as well. So make sure you can attend if possible. With that, let's jump into the platform and see what's going on. So market's going to open here in about 10 seconds. Stock's relatively flat to up. You can see they're up a little bit. If we look down the line, bonds are up slightly. There's the opening bell. Love to hear that on a Monday morning. If we keep scrolling down, oil's up about 0.5%. Gold pretty flat to down. Nat gas popping its head up, so up about a 1.84%. The grains down a little bit. If we look at some of the emerging markets, the Mexican ETF pretty flat. The Chinese large cap FXI up a little bit. The euro up a little bit, and some of these others just slightly up. Biotech's up about 1%. Retail pretty flat. And other than that, everything's pretty flat. Let's take a look at some of the individual stocks that we monitor. Apple down a little bit. Let's see if there's any, just scroll through here, see if there's any big movers. Nothing really going on. Everything is pretty flat. Nike's up about 1%. Excuse me. See if there's any others. Ulta down a little over 1%. Other than that, pretty quiet this morning. So for the trade of the week, what I wanted to do is I wanted to look at a calendar spread, which is the strategy that we use when one of the strategies we use when implied volatility is very low. And I want to look at SPX. So SPX is the S&P 500 index. It's a large index, so if you wanted to trade even smaller, you could also look at doing this on SPY. But I really like doing these calendars on these big indexes like SPX and RUT. And one of the things that we've been studying lately as far as the time frame for putting on calendars, and we've found that it actually works a little bit better to put them on in a shorter time frame. So whereas our typical premium selling strategies like strangles, straddles, the optimal time to put those on is 45 days to expiration, or sometime between 30 and 60. With these calendar spreads, we're starting to realize with back testing and research and our trading experiences that a lot of times these don't really start to profit until you get down to under that 2 to 3 weeks until expiration in that front month. And so I want to put one on a little bit shorter time frame. Now, keep in mind, I wouldn't do this probably in anything else except for SPX or SPY because you need the liquidity to go into these weeklies or quarterlies. But I'm going to look at the front month in this cycle with 18 days to expiration. So if we scroll down to the at the money strikes, we're trading at about 26.50 in the S&P right now. So, and I always start with the put side here, so 26.50, and we're going to buy calendar. And then as far as the back month goes, we go out to the regular monthly, so in this case the January 19. So we'll choose the Jan 19, and let's go ahead and analyze this. So let's unlock that. Let's pull this down a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Squeeze it together. So we're, if we buy this for an $8.65 debit, so we're risking about $865 on the trade. And we got to change this calendar here to today, which is the 11th. And so here's what that looks like. So if we set our slices to break even, remember calendar spreads start out as a little bit lower probability of success than like an iron condor or strangle, but if we get that implied volatility expansion that we're looking for, as well as with the way that we adjust, they end up being a fairly high probability trade. So you can see it starts out about 37% probability, and that's holding all the way to expiration. We're going to manage these at about 20 to 25% of max of debit paid. So looking for $100, $150, $200 in profit on an $865 investment. And so that's what I want to look at doing. So I'm gonna work this order, and if I get filled, I will shoot this out to Navigation Alert subscribers. If you are not an Alert subscribers and you want to follow all of our alerts, just go to NavigationTrading.com and click on the 2-week trial. We still have a 2-week trial going on for $7. Check it out if you're interested. Have a great week of trading, and we'll talk to you soon.